Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Justin.
We did a week off. Do I look glowing?
Yeah, you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, like my wife, which we revealed last week.
Oh, right.
Right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Last pod.
Last pod.
Yeah.
Okay, we took a week off. I hope everyone survived. Are you all doing okay without the AudPod for a week?
I don't think some of them are.
Yeah,
we got some messages.
The immediate messages, because the pod came out on a Friday, and then there was that game that Friday night with the horrific reffing.
Yes.
Which we will get into here in a moment.
Yes.
And we got so many messages being like, I can't believe there's not going to be a pod for a week.
There were so many things that happened too while you were away.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, no, okay, another milestone. Okay. All right. Got to try and remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know for sure I'm going to forget some stuff.
Yeah, we're going to forget some stuff.
We're going to rip through these recaps.
Yeah.
That's
I was on a beach. I paid very little attention to the external world.
Yeah.
I watched the waves.
As you should.
I threw my nephews into waves.
Yep.
Which was really fun.
Did you pick them out of the waves?
No comment.
They're down.
White Lotus!
Welcome to the AudPod, where we're talking Kitchener-rangers hockey with the AudBalls themselves, Andrew and Justin. Take it away, fellas.
Okay, well, I didn't mean to get into that. We finished our push-ups.
We did.
Yeah, that happened like right after the podcast came out 2 weeks ago.
We did. We finished our push-ups.
I made it to 2,000.
I did not make it all the way to 2,000, but I did make it to 1,800.
The last few days.
The last 2 days,
rough.
yeah, I was too sore. I did some. I was more physical than I normally am.
Yeah,
is what I did.
Yeah,
because I was like, I don't know how squats or planking translates to push-ups at this point. So I wasn't doing 1 for 1.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing I was trying to think 5 seconds, 10 seconds for one, whatever. But yeah, I got to 1,800. Yeah, because that was it. By 1,800, I was in so much pain.
No,
and I also my back hurts a lot lately because I'm old.
Oh,
and I think that kind of I don't think it had anything to do with the push-ups.
Right.
I'm not blaming the push-ups.
Yeah,
it's just work stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I was kind of like I can't aggravate this.
Right.
Yeah, at this stage. So 1,800 I think is pretty good.
It was pretty good.
And
Tim also did like a significant amount.
Yeah.
I don't think he made it. He also hurt something. John, who you don't know, but did the push-up challenge with us, who is a friend of ours. He hurt something, but did all 2,000. So
that's a choice.
That's John.
A good choice, I guess.
That's just John.
Not for us, not for him.
No, it's not good for anybody, I don't think. But
well,
anyways, I just all of this to say thank you for supporting us. Thank you for those who gave us donations.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for those of us who cheered us on. Really appreciated that too.
Yep.
We did really need it in that 4th week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So but that's done. We're gonna do it again next year. I think so. Yeah. It's a cause that is near and dear to us. So
yes, we should. Hopefully, we get some more people joining us doing the push-ups.
So in 11 months, well, in 10 months, start preparing to do push-ups.
Yeah,
and then in 11 months, be prepared for our call. Oh.
Is that the call?
I don't know.
The werewolf call?
We have 11 months to work on the call.
You're going to summon a Mad Andonovsky?
We could do
a draft day Andonovsky here?
Yeah, aware Ando?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The werewolf himself.
Yeah. All right, let's get so it's been 2 weeks. Let's get into some game recaps.
Yeah, we're going to rapid fire through this a little bit because it's a lot of games, and some of them were a long time ago.
Yeah, six games that we're going to recap, starting with Wednesday, February 25th. This was a Guelph game where we were in Guelph.
We were.
And we won 5-4.
5-4.
This was the game where we just continuously fell behind the whole game.
Even though the first period, the shots were absolutely dominated by the Kitchener Rangers, 18-6.
That's a trend in all these games.
This was it's true. It's true. The Rangers are such a powerhouse team. I'm just, before we get into the recap, I just quickly want to say that I feel like they won all but one of these games, and it was very similar shot output. It was very similar style of domination from the Rangers.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think they ran out a little bit of gas at the end. But before we get into that one, Guelph Storm 5-4. It was a victory for the Rangers, of course. Alexander Bilecki gets his 9th. I told you he was going to get double digits. Here we go. We got
one more.
Alexander Bilecki gets his 9th from Weston Cameron and Tanner Lamb. I like that little combination right there. Right? That's 3 guys of that depth scoring that we talked about. Then, of course, that was the end of the first period. It was 1-0.
Yeah.
It was a dominant period, but again, the Guelph Storm goalies this season have been standing on their heads against Kitchener, especially Colin Ellsworth this time. It wasn't even Jovanovski, Zachary Jovanovski, who has had a couple of great games against the Kitchener Rangers this year. But he had a great game, even though it was high scoring because Kitchener had that many shots. Parker Snellgrove and Carter Stevens, they score before the 10-minute mark for Guelph. So halfway through the game, it's 2-1 for Guelph. Jack Pridham gets his 37th, and we're gonna see a lot of in these recaps. Jack Pridham scoring. He's pushing for it. That's all I'm gonna say. He's pushing for it.
Yeah.
He's at 37 here. Keep in mind, from Cameron Arquette and Christian Humphreys in the second, but 17 seconds later, Tyler Hopkins scores.
I know.
And now it is 3-2. That quickly. Not to be outdone, about 6 minutes later, Dylan Edwards gets his 33rd. He's having an incredible year from Christian Humphreys again, and Cameron Reed, the captain. That would be the second period. So you're going into the third. It's high scoring. It's 3-3. Anything can happen. What happens right away? Tyler Hopkins again.
I know.
3 minutes into the period, Tyler Hopkins gets his 23rd. They're up 4-3. The Rangers, however, roar back. 4 minutes later, Dylan Edwards gets another one, his 34th of the year. Christian Humphreys, Jack Pridham on the assists on the power play. And then, of course, Christian Humphreys with the game winner. With about 2 minutes later, 2 minutes later in the game, Christian Humphreys scores his 24th from Dylan Edwards. And that's your game winner, 5-4.
I really just thank goodness he scored that goal with more than 5 minutes left on the clock, because it just seemed unfathomable that the Rangers couldn't win this game. Because
it was one of those where they kept kind of falling behind. I mean,
I know.
Guelph just has nothing to lose, and they want to make the playoffs.
They do,
right? Well, you can tell that this is a team that have had 3 captains traded. They are taking it as a personal affront that you can tell, right? Like they don't want to be pushed around, and they're taking it as taking it personally that they want to make the playoffs and be an upset kind of team.
Yeah.
So I think it's the Rangers need to tighten up a little bit defensively against these teams.
Yeah.
They really do. You can come back and win these games, but they need to tighten up.
Speaking of teams that need to tighten up, Friday, February 27th, the Steelheads came to Kitchener.
Yeah.
And we walloped them 8-2 in a win.
This was a tale of one period that seemed completely different than the other 2 periods.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah. So Brampton outshot Kitchener 14-5 in this first period, which is kind of the polar opposite of most of these games.
Yeah.
And they had the only goal. Former Ranger Justin Botno scored his 10th of the year from Kieran Witkowski and Peter Green on the power play.
Great initials. JB.
JB. Shout out to Justin Botno, who's a great Ranger. That would be it, basically, for Brampton. Yes, they'll get one later on, but that would basically be it, because the Rangers are going to score 8 unanswered here, okay? And I'm just going to rip through. I'm not going to worry about the times or the periods, but 1-1, Dylan Edwards, 35th from Jack Pridham and Cameron Reed on the power play. This is all in the second period. Luca Romano gets his 13th from Cameron Reed. Great to see Luca Romano back.
And such a beautiful goal.
Beautiful goal.
This was his first game back, right?
This was his first game back. Always a surprise, because the injuries are such a secret in the OHL.
Yeah.
It was really nice to see him back and for him to immediately get involved. And this was a beautiful goal.
He looked like vintage Luca Romano.
Really, truly, yes. And I feel like we did speculate while we were at the game that maybe he was playing a little bit banged up before this. Maybe. We have no idea.
Yeah, it seemed like he was more healthy. Anyways, we're rapid firing and I'm not helping.
Yeah, no. Dylan Edwards gets his 36th from Jack Pridham and Jared Woolley. That's the game winner right there. And then Christian Humphreys adds one, his 25th from Cameron Reed and Dylan Edwards on the power play.
Insurance goal sponsor still available?
Yeah, patented insurance goal. Tanner Lamb gets his 17th. Tanner Lamb has 17 goals.
I know. It felt like the Tanner Lamb Revenge Tour took an extended holiday break, but it is back in full force.
He has 17 goals.
Yeah.
Hayden Ellis, Cameron Arquette. That's a little bit of the Smurf line. Smurf line 2.0, maybe.
Still never understood that, but cool.
They're small. And by small, I mean totally above average humans.
Small for hockey players.
Yeah, I'm like, then you see them off the ice, and you're like, oh, you guys are like my height.
I'm small.
I'm small. No, I'm not. I'm bigger than most people I run into. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, they are not small. They are giants when they connect on a goal like that. Jared Woolley scores his 12th of the year, and that one came from Avery Anstis and Matt Ananovsky. Avery Anstis has been playing extremely well.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Really, really well, and it was nice to see the guy they call Wolf, which I thought this is kind of funny that Matt Ananovsky ended up with a D partner named Wolf. You've got the Wolf and the Werewolf on the D, and that is the end of the second period, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-1. There you go, 6-1 going into the third period. Hayden Ellis, though, right? The Smurf line 2.0 gets another one from Cameron Arquette and Tanner Lamb on the power play. It was nice to see the second unit kind of starting to go ham there.
Click there,
yeah. That was 43 seconds into the third, and this is when all hell breaks loose in this game. Okay, because the refs did not do anything to help themselves.
No.
They did put Brampton on the penalty on the penalty kill. They did put Brampton on the penalty kill going into this period. And I feel like they had to because there was some stuff going on.
Yes.
But after this, they decided, oh no, 7-1 now. That's too many.
All whistles go away.
And literally a minute 38 into this period, it's now 8-1 with Andrew Vermeulen scoring his third of the year from Avery Anstis and Matthew Lachar. Like I said, Anstis is playing extremely well. But yeah, so this third period is absolutely a mess. We do not trash officials. We've had the like ref you suck chant. We've done that. That's all stuff you do at the game.
Yeah.
I'm saying on the pod, we don't come back to the pod and say, these refs sucked. We do not say that. These refs sucked.
Yeah.
This was terrible. This was terrible. This was the worst officiated OHL game I have watched.
It was hard to watch. Like, we were there, and it was hard to watch.
Because they lost control of this game.
And you saw it immediately happen.
They lost control of this game. They didn't call a blindside hit. No. There was a hit on Pridham.
Yeah.
There was
a not awful hit that should have been a penalty on Pridham that got hit.
Yeah, which resulted in Humps dropping the gloves and losing a fight.
Yeah,
because you don't want Christian Humphreys fighting. You love to see him stand up there. You do not want him fighting goons.
No,
against Brampton, a team that
at 8-1,
a team that was out of it in September.
Yeah.
That's when Brampton was out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe even earlier than that, because all those guys left. Martone and Ivan Kovic, they left, and that's when it was like, oh, Brampton's season is over.
Yeah.
So you've got these guys who shouldn't be fighting, getting beat up by goons who are losing 8-1. You've got now there was a hit on Campbell. Carson Campbell from Campbellford, he took a hit in the corner that was not clean.
Yeah.
And then got up and had a scrap. And again, it should have just been called.
Yeah.
It looked like it was in the numbers. Now, I'm up here. I didn't see the replay of the game. I watched it live, but I'm like up here, and he looked like he got crushed into the board. It looked like boarding.
Well, as soon as Brampton got away with one, they
started running around.
They started running around.
Yeah. They started running around, and it was a major issue because I thought that somebody was going to get severely injured. I mean, okay, Bilecki had a fight early in or halfway through the period. Yeah, one, and that was he was third man in, so he got game misconduct. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights in this period.
Yes.
They completely lost control of this game. You can't have 7 fights in a period, man. No. I love the fights. I love the scraps. You 1 or 2, more than enough.
Yeah.
In an 8-2 game, to have 7 fights in the period?
This was insane.
There were literally 12 Rangers left. The Dirty Dozen, they called them.
Yep.
Left at the end of this game. And there's an iconic photo, which we will share right now. And I mean, it was an incredible team bonding thing. But like, you got Christian Humphreys fighting. Yeah. You don't need that. He fought because he was out there and he had to, and he looks over and he sees Pridham down looking like he's injured. You gotta go, right? Yeah. And he doesn't go. He's not a type of guy that goes. There's lots of guys on this team that go.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have to do that. It should have been immediately. The whistle should have been blown because it looked like Pridham was injured.
Yeah, it did.
And
he was on the ice.
It was just awful. You and I actually got up at one point and went and left and did an interview with our friend Blake Deitrich, because it was so long of the refs reviewing whatever, doing some sort of
math
with their little.
It took forever. We did an interview in the amount of time. That they were determining what happened. We didn't miss the end of the game.
We didn't miss the end of the game, and we came back, and there was another fight after that. Yes. And it was then they had more penalty math to do. It was nuts.
It was brutal.
Yeah, it was an embarrassment.
All because they didn't call a bad hit earlier.
And exactly, they got away with one, and then they got away with a second one, and then it was all bets were off.
Yeah, don't put the whistles away if the other team is being dirty.
You can't put the whistles away 8-2, and there's exactly. They're running around.
If it's dirty, it's dirty.
It's dirty. It's dirty.
All right. Speaking of it's dirty, London came to us.
Great segue.
Sunday, March 1st, London came to the Aud, and this is where London bequeathed. I don't know if that's the right word. The division title to the Kitchener Rangers.
Sure did, right? Breaks that little streak that they were so pompous about. Yeah. It's over now, and we have your leader. We have your king.
Although we didn't do anything bad, we just kept him, and he's really good on our team.
He's on our side. He crossed party lines.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
He looks better in blue and red, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this was the patented. The Rangers doubled the shots essentially of London in the first period. However, London would actually get the scoring started in the second period with a shorthanded goal. From Evan Van Gorp, which is one of my favorite names.
I almost broke my eye rolling at that moment.
It's one of my favorite. Are you kidding me? It's one of my favorite names in the league.
It is really good.
Evan Van Gorp. Yeah. And that's as much as they'd get. That was a minute into the second period. Then Luca Romano scores his 14th of the year from Christian Humphreys and Jack Pridham to knot it up at 1. And then Matthew Lachar gets his 6th of the year from Tanner Lamb and Jared Woolley. And that's the game winner. You love to see. You got to see a Charizard game winner.
Yeah.
I love it.
Rarely
I love
happens.
It. Yeah, but I love that it happens.
Yeah.
When it happens against London, and I love it. Christian Humphreys gets his 26th. He's having an incredible stretch here. If we go back and count all these points that Christian Humphreys is having in these games, Jared Woolley assisted on that.
We do have 3 stars coming up.
Yeah, that was an empty netter.
Yeah.
And then that was the patented insurance goal for sponsorship.
Sponsorships.
Tanner Lamb gets his 18th on another empty net from Sam O'Reilly. Yeah. So they just I don't know.
These guys.
They just wanted to keep giving us empty netters. I don't know.
That was so good.
They outshot London 39-23. Boy, what a difference a year makes. Huh? What a difference a year makes.
Yeah. Do we get a Subway franchise for beating them in the season series?
I think we get a Jersey Mike's, actually. That's
perfect, actually. That's way better.
That's way better.
Yeah, people are way more into that right
now. Exactly.
All right. And then after that...
shout out Jersey Mike's, by the way, the one in Kitchener. They got my online order wrong. And I rarely complain about things, but because I added a bunch of things and I didn't get them, and I was kind of annoyed, I reached out and I was like, this sucks, I didn't get this. They sent me 8 free subs.
Whoa.
So shout out. So go Jersey Mike's is great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
They put one in in Cambridge.
Yeah.
And I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah,
so
you should try it. Yeah.
All right. And then we went down the road to Sarnia, which I still forget sometimes is in our division.
I don't.
I'm like, Brantford's right there. Anyways, Sarnia, hey, Wednesday, March 4th, Sarnia, win 6-3.
Why are they in the West? I don't know. I guess they are West. I don't know.
I don't really know where they are.
They're North.
The northern.
They're north of here. So they are, but it seems far.
As Abraham Lincoln once said, if you are a racist, I will attack you with the North.
Okay. Big Sarnia Sting fan, Abraham Lincoln. Little known fact.
6-3 win and maybe a career night for somebody.
Perhaps it was a career night for one that we were just talking about, Sam O'Reilly.
Yeah.
2 goals and 3 assists for Sam O'Reilly in this game. Sam O'Reilly gets his 25th to start the scoring in this game from Cameron Arquette and Carson Campbell 8 minutes in. It is tied up briefly, and then 3 minutes later, Jack Pridham gets his 38th of the year from Sam O'Reilly and Matthew Ananovsky, and that one was shorthanded. Jack Pridham and Sam O'Reilly shorthanded is a big problem.
Yeah.
That's a big problem. That's going to be a big problem in the playoffs. In a 7-game series, when people get tired and these guys jump over the boards to kill a penalty, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Okay, then Sam O'Reilly in the second period. Now we're into the second period, so it was 2-1 after 1. Sam O'Reilly gets his 26th from Dylan Edwards and Cameron Arquette. Cameron Arquette very quietly racking up the points here. The heart and soul, they said, of the Kitchener Rangers.
And maybe a very funny person, we've been told.
So it's 3-1. And Beckham Edwards gets a shorthanded goal for the Sting. But Dylan Edwards, yes, scores his 37th of the year and reignites that 2-goal lead. Cameron Arquette again on the assist. And, of course, Sam O'Reilly, and that's the game winner. And then Beckham Edwards, not to be outdone, Beckham Edwards gets his 18th, pulls within 1, but the third period, pretty much all Rangers after that. Cameron Arquette had an unbelievable game. He scored his 14th from Carson Campbell and Sam O'Reilly as the patented insurance goal. Hold for sponsorship. Jack Pridham scored his 39th, and Tanner Lamb and Cameron Reed assisted on an empty netter.
Yeah. That was a pretty good game for a few people on the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sam O'Reilly takes the cake, but there was some support.
Absolutely,
support in there. That's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Also, the Edwards versus Edwards, very fun.
Yes, exactly. The brothers Edwards.
And then we had to the Sioux. I think they're north. They're the furthest north.
They're the furthest north.
Yeah, I don't know why I questioned myself. I knew that.
I
knew
where
that
the Sioux is.
It's
far. We weren't in the Sioux. They took the long trip down south to Kitchener, and this was exactly what this team needed against the Sioux. Yeah. This was a bit of a team that kind of ran around on them a little bit the last couple of years, and I don't mean scoring wise. I just mean physically. They're a different kind of team. That's what they build themselves around, is that physical play. Jack Pridham gets the 40th goal, the not long awaited at all.
JP40 sounds way better than EP40.
Yeah, I know. JP40. I was proud of myself on that little.
Yeah, it was good.
Post,
I like that.
JP40. From Sam O'Reilly and Dylan Edwards. Man, I'm getting. Are you
getting exhausted?
I'm getting
Do you even know what you're
saying? Yeah, it's like Dylan Edwards and Sam O'Reilly and Jack Pridham. Maybe I think I just spoiled my stories. That was the only scoring in the first period. Jack Pridham's goal. And it was no scoring in the second period. This was a tightly contested game. However, in the third period, early on, Sam O'Reilly scores his 27th shorthanded.
Yeah.
Right? Like I said, he's just so dangerous. And then Jack Pridham gets his 41st into the empty net, assisted by Matthew Ananovsky. There was some stuff that happened in this game, though. There was some rough stuff that happened.
You may notice I haven't said anything because I didn't watch this game. So, Andrew, tell me.
So, in the second period, where there was no scoring, there was a Brady Martin interference on the goalie penalty that resulted in Matthew Ananovsky mugging him. I don't know what else I could say happened.
Right.
Let me put it in perspective. I first saw just with zero context. I just saw Matthew Ananovsky more or less attacking Brady Martin, and I thought in my head, oh no, Ando has lost it, and I don't know why he's like, you don't know. And then when I saw the extended highlight, basically there's a scrum in the net, like in the crease, as there usually is. And then Brady Martin, who is a phenomenal hockey player and local boy, literally flying. Literally, it's like something out of Chell. It's like when you run the goalie after the whistle in Chell. There's no different. I'm referencing the hockey video game NHL. You like do wild stuff during whistles and stuff. This wasn't even during the whistle. No. This was just like he just beelines it into the crease like full bore. Makes contact with Kirsch, makes contact with Ando, and then Ando turns around and I think reacts accordingly. Yeah. I think he reacted completely. I thought it was funny. His context is everything. When I first saw it, I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. Is he going to get suspended for attacking Brady Martin? Then I saw what led to that. I was like, no, I don't think they're gonna flag that. I don't think they're gonna flag that. So they both.
I was a little worried that we had created a Department of Player Safety only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely. We did say that. I am a little bit worried about that. Yeah, apparently they are listening to us. So yeah. Brady Martin and Ando got roughing penalties, so it wasn't even a full-on fight. Hilariously, this was the funniest thing about this, is Brady Martin got a leaving the penalty box early. Yes.
I saw that in the game in the box score, and I was like, what?
Yeah, like...
When does that ever happen?
When does that ever happen? And not only that, he came out of the box less than 3 minutes later, and he had a double minor. Yeah. So I don't know. He must have just thought it was done. There was a stoppage. And he came out. Bizarre. It was testy, but Christian Kirsch having stopping 25 for 25. Carter George had a great game, stopped 34 of 36. It was a goalie duel, but I felt like the superior skill was on display.
Yeah, and there we were to the final game of this 6-game stretch.
We don't have to do this one
for only our 4th. Loss in 2026, but only our 2nd regulation loss in 2026. I know.
I was talking to my dad today, and he was just like, "They lost, eh?" And I was like, "Literally, only the 2nd time in regulation since 2026.
Only the 2nd game in 2026. They haven't gotten a point in the back half of the season.
Yeah, they had 7 in a row. You're due to lose one, especially to this team. This was their Stanley Cup.
Yes.
People. This was their whole season. This was the Field of Dreams moment for these guys.
All the goals were there. What's his name and who's a who's?
Oh, my goodness. It's the Dream, Ethan Garden and Anthony Cristoforo. And you know who wasn't there, though? Liam Greentree. Yeah. Liam Greentree did not score.
His whole goal was to beat the Rangers.
And he didn't factor into, he did into an empty netter. He assisted. He had a secondary assist.
I don't know. Do we even count those?
He did not factor into anything in this game. He's a very good player. I just like to tease because he gave us such a good soundbite. And the worst part is I want players to keep giving us soundbites, but here I am raking them over the coals.
Yeah.
But I do love it. Props to Liam Greentree for being transparent in an interview with Sean Ferfaro, former friend of the pod and current assistant to the regional producer.
Also, happy birthday, Sean.
Yes, happy belated birthday.
Happy belated.
But yeah, Sean gets good interviews because he's good at his job, and I do appreciate Liam Greentree actually saying what he's thinking. So I don't want to get it twisted. But if you do say it and then you lose 7 in a row to us, I am going to make a clip out of it. Anyway, let's just quickly get this one. They scored first, but the Rangers responded. Caden Harvey had a good game. He had a couple goals. He opened the scoring. And then Cameron Reed got his 13th of the year from Lachar and Anstis. This was a beautiful goal. Avery Anstis had a beautiful cross-ice feed to Matthew Lachar, and then Lachar read that Cameron Reed was bolting towards the net and gave him a perfect pass that he could just redirect, tip into the net. It was just first of all, Cameron Reed having that kind of offensive awareness, unbelievable. Yeah. And Avery Anstis, that's not an easy pass.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Anstis doesn't...
He threads the needle.
He doesn't play a ton of minutes. So when you have like a chance like that on the rush, it'd be easy to excuse like, oh, it was a bit of a, not like a grenade, but it was just like a little bit of like a, okay, you know, at game speed, how often am I making this pass? Well, Anstis is just all over it. It was beautiful goal.
Yeah.
Cristoforo in the second period opened the scoring, so it's 2-1. Jack Pridham 42. JP 4-2. Okay, we're the countdown is on.
Reverse 2-4.
It's going to be tough to get to 50.
5 games left.
But eight goals in 5 games is not impossible. And I'll tell you, these boys are going to be feeding him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Jack doesn't care. He told us, right? He just wants to win.
Yep.
Sam O'Reilly, of course, and Cameron Reed on the power play set him up for that one. And then, you know, Windsor, I hate to say it, but I agree with UC's assessment. Windsor just kind of wanted it more.
Yeah.
This was, like I said, this was like their Stanley Cup, their Memorial Cup. They could not lose 8 in a row to the Rangers.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
And they didn't. They, you know, Ethan Garden had a couple goals, and Caden Harvey had a goal, another goal, a second goal in the game, and it's a 5-2 final. It was closer than 5-2. 2 of those were empty netters, but it doesn't really matter. A loss is a loss.
A loss is a loss. No points for the Rangers in that one.
I think that the Rangers can look at that as the end of a long stretch, and they need to play with more intensity against Windsor. And they will beat Windsor.
Yeah.
But if they kind of, you know, let Windsor push the pace, they will lose to Windsor.
Yep.
That's
Windsor's a good team.
It's a good reality check. Windsor's still a good team. Just because you ran them out of the building last couple times you played them.
Yep.
Doesn't mean it was like 7-2 last time, right? That's not who they are. They're a good team. Yep. You're a better team, but they're a good team.
Yeah. All right. Well, we still won 5 of those 6 games. So 3 stars of the double week.
3 stars of the week.
Andrew, who's your 3rd star?
No, you go first because I accidentally said mine.
Oh, okay. Because they're going to be so different.
Yeah.
My 3rd star is for a cool new T-shirt with Jack Pridham's face on it.
Nice.
So I guess it goes to Civilian and Jack Pridham.
Civilian and Jack Pridham.
So, I actually have a theme to this week. And, you know, it's going to be revealed in the 2nd star.
All right. Well, okay. So Jack Pridham is also my 3rd star.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious now to see if we go 3 for 3.
We won't.
Okay. We won't. Okay. Good.
We
All
might.
Right. Who's your 2nd star?
The 7 pointers.
Okay.
So Jack Pridham got 5 points in those 6 games.
Yeah.
Humpson Archie got 7 points.
Yeah, we don't
those 2 games.
Amazing. Okay.
In those 6 games.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My 2nd star is Sam O'Reilly.
Oh.
Yeah. So Sam O'Reilly, with the career game, he's winning face-offs all over the place. The turnovers. I wish I had advanced metrics. I guarantee that he is the most effective player on the ice. It's absurd the plays he makes that don't result in goals, as in like takeaways and just winning faceoffs and the possession time and chances created. Like, it's crazy. As an Oilers fan, who the Oilers traded up to draft him a couple years ago, and then traded him to Tampa for Ike Howard, who is a completely different hockey player and is right now in the AHL. I'm getting a little nervous that I'm looking at, because what I see in Sam O'Reilly, and this is a compliment, I see a bit of a game like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, where he just plays everywhere and plays well. And it's just, it's not that like, it's not like crazy like Kucherov or McDavid or, you know, it's not like those types of guys.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, this guy is just like a force all over.
Yeah.
And he's scoring at like those crazy levels of those guys.
Yeah.
But like, it's more that his play away that I'm like, well, he's the most responsible guy we got. This is unbelievable.
He's really good.
And I think he's kind of loving that he's come to like the, you know, him being a Knight probably thought, you know, the Rangers were the bad guys all this time, right? It's like, you know, if you're in the Empire, you don't realize the evil Empire's evil. I kind of feel like he's kind of relishing like having like this like renaissance, this late OHL career renaissance of like, I'm now like a leading scorer, right? Because like obviously in his early years, there was such talent on the Knights that he wasn't relied on like that. Yeah. So yeah, he's my 2nd star.
Yeah, that's good.
Who's your 1st star?
The 8 pointers.
Yeah.
Which is not O'Reilly solo. It is also Dylan Edwards.
That's my first star.
There you go. Yeah, these guys, Archie was the surprise one. I was like looking at it and I was like, oh, Archie, man, like good for you. Yeah. Like getting in there, getting some. I mean, he had 4 points in the 5-point game that O'Reilly had.
Do we mention it again?
The 5-point game?
No, the Cameron Arquette breakout year. The AudPod called.
The AudPod called.
We called it.
Yeah. 7 points in 6 games. That's a breakout year.
Yeah.
So O'Reilly and Edwards. Who's your first star?
Dylan Edwards.
You told me.
That's okay. I can mention it again. Dylan Edwards. Dylan Edwards, unbelievable hockey player. He flew under my radar. That's not anything to do with him. It has to do with me being just a terrible fan of hockey, of the OHL, and I just didn't like the Otters so much that I just glazed over how good Dylan Edwards was in general. But Dylan Edwards has been like, it might be, yes, of course, Sam O'Reilly and Woolley are these those are the crown jewels that Mike McKenzie in his time has brought in. But without Dylan Edwards, this team is not as good as what they are. And I think it's just, and I know that's just kind of like an obvious thing to say, but I just need to emphasize how good of a hockey player Dylan Edwards is.
He is so good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I love watching him play. The intensity is phenomenal. That clip of him just celebrating, he has so many goals.
Yeah.
It's like great.
It's unbelievable.
He loves scoring goals.
Yeah, and he's just such a good skater. He's fit into the Rangers culture flawlessly, seamlessly.
Okay, we are going to kind of preview these next few games, but there's 5 games left in the season.
I know.
These games, there's a little bit on the line still because the Rangers, as of today, Tuesday, I don't even know what the date is. I've been on vacation. Tuesday, March 10th, the Rangers are 3 points behind Brantford for second in the OHL. The Rangers are doing okay. They've clinched their division. The conference is still up for grabs, but is that gap is there. So it's
a 5-point gap right now between them and Flint.
Yeah, I don't want to say that.
Don't say it out loud. But the Rangers are up 5 points, and it's the same amount of games played.
And we play them in this upcoming block.
Well, that's a big swing then.
So then that's a 4-point game.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the playoffs started today, the Rangers would be playing Saginaw, as they are currently in 8th in the conference.
Yeah.
But there's only 4 points separating 6th from 8th.
Yes.
So yes, if they started today, it would be Saginaw. It could easily as likely be Owen Sound, which we play in this upcoming block. And then the 6th team right now is Guelph. So
they've got a little bit of space.
They got a little buffer, but
between Saginaw, but it could still be them.
It could easily be any of these 3 teams. And from the bottom side, it's almost impossible at this point, but technically Sarnia could still make the playoffs and be the 8th seed. So
they'd have to go on a heater.
They'd have to win all the rest of their games, and there would have to be some losses. So it's very unlikely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in this upcoming block, we play Owen Sound on Friday, March 13th. Day, of course, you're listening to this. Sunday, March 15th, we are in Guelph playing Guelph. And then Tuesday, March 17th, we are at home playing the Firebirds for Fan Appreciation Night Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because March 20th is also Fan Appreciation Night. But yeah, it's so Owen Sound, very potential first round matchup.
Yes.
Guelph, potential first round matchup.
Yep.
If either of those teams were able to slay the dragon, they could be a second round matchup.
True.
And then of course Flint is the team that we're fighting for top of the conference for.
Yeah.
So they're if the Rangers can get past the first 2 rounds, Flint could be that third rounder.
It very likely is going to be either Flint or Windsor.
Yeah, exactly. So just knowing this, not giving up any of our weak spots to these teams, not letting them get under our skin in any of these games.
Yeah.
These are important games for different reasons than the standings.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You're right. These are don't want to phone in these games.
No.
Because these games are important. It's important to go into the playoffs on a winning note.
Yes.
You don't want to. The worst thing that you see sometimes, teams that have had great seasons, they'll have a bad stretch right at the end. They'll fall down like a couple spots in the standings.
Yeah.
And then it's like the wheels are falling off.
Yeah.
The Rangers are beyond that.
I
There's
think so.
way too much winning culture going on
Yeah.
with these leaders, these veteran leaders. But you want to have your backup playing these guys as if you have to win these games.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So
plus you want to finish first overall.
You definitely want to finish first overall.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But these teams are also and never forgetting the other side of it.
Yep.
All of these teams are fighting for something. Two of them are fighting for better position in our conference, and one of them is trying to literally beat us in the conference.
Exactly.
For basically the league title, like the regular
conference, yeah.
Do we have a President's Trophy in the OHL? I don't know, but
no, but
the equivalent of it.
No, the conference title, because Brantford right now would be the President's Trophy.
As of today,
they're up 3 points with a game in hand.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it would first in the conference. You have home ice the whole way through your side.
Yes.
Of the conference,
which is a phenomenal thing to want. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, these games are important. We got to keep these boys focused. So
yeah,
give them shoulder rubs if you see them in the streets. Don't do that. Don't touch anybody.
Don't do that.
Consent.
Don't listen to Justin. Don't invade anybody's personal space.
We are getting to the odd history that we promised earlier.
We are,
but a little bit of news from the NHL that affects us.
Sure.
Wannabe friend of the pod. We want him to be a friend of the pod.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I like the title. Yeah, I like it.
Nazem Kadri.
Yes.
Traded away from the Calgary Flames. Traded back to Colorado.
Yeah.
Making some magic there with Nathan McKinnon. Yeah. Holy cow.
Hopefully they all, as an Oilers fan, I hope they all just beat themselves up in that side, in that division. Yeah.
Yeah. But like when we started, we were like, you got Skinner on the Oilers.
Yeah. How poorly that went.
We got
a year later.
Kadri on the Flames, and
how fleeting hockey is.
Yeah.
It's yes. Parting such sweet sorrow, but and then it was I do give credit to the Flames. I know we're doing a little bit of NHL talk here.
Yeah.
I do give credit to the Flames for finally tearing it down and setting, because
they've never done
this. I have teased you so many times about no, they'll come like ninth, they'll fight for it, they'll keep everybody around. They finally did it. I'm glad that they wasn't just exclusively Vegas that they traded players to.
Yes.
And props to you guys. And if you're smart, you'd be bad for, not bad, but higher draft pick for a couple of years and actually build and
be ready for a new arena.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, you may be being awarded Gavin McKenna for building a new building. That sometimes happens.
Did you hear Gary Bettman say that this is going to be the nicest building in the league? And I was like, okay. He likes us now.
Thanks to the entire province of Alberta for paying.
Thanks,
for
Uncle Gary.
I'm sure all the people in Grand Prairie, Alberta will make great use of it.
They will.
Yeah.
But Kadri, I really have appreciated watching you as a Flame. What a great player. Great human.
Great player.
Okay, Andrew, it's time for our interview with Blake.
And now, loyal listeners, an urgent news bulletin from the past. It's Odd History.
I'm here with Blake Deitrich, the ticket sales coordinator for the Rangers. We're going to do a little bit of odd history. Now, if you don't know, there's a really cool portion of the store where there's all this history. And I found out today that you curated this.
I did update this one with all the Olympics and World Juniors theme. We got a little bit of Czechia stuff with the erratic facts I had to throw in there.
For sure. You're a Stars fan, right?
I'm a Stars fan, so I had to put facts in there. Put Landeskog with the Sweden flag, Germany flag over there with a Reader, Tobias Reader pictures, and yeah.
Phenomenal. What's it like being a part of this organization?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Dream job.
So dream job, because you were telling me a little bit earlier, you grew up playing in this rink.
I did. Not a high level at all, but we used to always have practice here, and we'd always practice after the Rangers. And And yeah, I'd always bug the players, try to get a free stick off like Joseph Gareffa, Bracco, Elijah Roberts, all those guys.
That's a phenomenal memory for a kid. And the Rangers were obviously into it. They had a laugh and they liked encouraging you.
Yeah, I actually remember one time Connor Bunneman, he was missing teeth.
Yeah.
And I asked him like what happened to his teeth, and he's like, they're somewhere in a snowbank in Oshawa.
Or do you have a specific memory? Because we're doing this odd history thing, and we've dragged you into this because you kind of are one of our pals, our friends within the organization here. You have a specific memory growing up here that doesn't involve hockey, but maybe just involves coming to the Aud?
Yeah. Whenever I'd be here, like for my brother's games, or like even before practice or after practice, me and the buddies would like play like manhunt in the concourse and like also like in the stands.
Yeah.
And we do a little exploring, maybe some things we shouldn't have been doing, going behind a little of the scenes.
How old were you?
Oh, like 8.
Okay.
Like
so
just bored kids.
This must have felt like this massive building that you could just get lost in.
Oh
yeah. All right. That's phenomenal.
Love the Aud.
Yeah. Yeah. So do we. All right. Well, thanks for being on the AudPod.
Of course.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Blake. All that history in that team store. If you haven't been to the team store, go check it out next game. Go early, go in there.
It's so
check
cool.
it out. It's beautiful. It's totally revamped, and all the history and memorabilia, it's all in there.
I love that they set it up for, World Juniors, Olympics.
Blake set it up.
Yeah, Blake did. Blake set it up.
Love it.
For the World Juniors and the Olympics.
Speaking of historical players, guess what you're going to do right now? You are going to blind rank some of these players from the CHL Top 50.
Okay.
Surprise segment for Justin. This is now a trend.
Cool.
2 weeks ago it was that I'm going to be a dad again. Now it's blind ranking. All right. So we're only going to do 5. Okay. Because there's 50.
Jerome McGinley.
But we're going to. Yeah, right. Like it's going to be that easy. All right. Like it's going to be that easy. We're not going to do Jerome McGinley.
Okay.
But we are going to do.
He's number 1.
An all-time great.
Put him in the best
Calgary
order.
Flame. Yeah. Okay. Doug Gilmour.
5.
5 for Doug.
No. I'm doing 5. That's what you said.
You're doing 5. Yes.
Okay. 2.
2 for Doug. Wow, that was quite a. I was
converting.
I was like, he won a cup for Calgary. Okay. All right. Okay. 2. Okay. John Tavares.
Blind ranking on it's really just like how I feel about this player. He can be 5.
5. Okay, Tavares 5. Okay, 5.
Whatever.
All right.
He's good.
Yeah.
Broke some records. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And the OHL is very great.
One.
Yeah,
he was
phenomenal.
He was cool.
Phenomenal. Okay, so you've got Gilmour at 2.
Yeah.
And Tavares at 5.
I hate all of this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Patrice Bergeron.
I really like Patrice Bergeron.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I got nothing against. I have no Boston hate because he's never been. I'm putting him 1.
You're putting him 1.
I love.
You are a crazy blind rankings man. Do you know about this list that I have?
I know.
All right. Okay. So we've got 1 Bergeron, 2 Gilmour.
The fact that you're randomly
5
picking
Tavares. Well, I could really mess with you right now, but I'm not going to.
You're going to.
I know. I'm not going to.
I get it.
Jerome again. I know. Okay. All right. This is a crazy go. All right. Let's go with Carey Price.
3.
Okay. And this is where I mess with you. Martin Brodeur. Just pick another goalie. You could argue is much better. Okay. And then so 4 will be, I guess I'll just pick Jerome McGinley. There you go. That's your pick. You got 1 Bergeron, 2 Gilmour, 3 Price, 4 Iginla, 5 Tavares. We know in his heart Iginla is number 1. And you can bump everybody else down a spot. But that was fun. Thanks for going on that journey with me. We'll do it again next week.
Well, at least you can get rid of those 5.
I can, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
End of the episode. We got to give a huge shout out to our new buds, Ethan and Clark.
We do.
Who saw that we were doing an interview with Blake at Rangers Authentics, and then decided to interview me.
Yes.
About being a podcaster,
which I'll share. We can share right now. We'll share a little bit of that video.
You mean the team that gave us their 2 best players?
Oh! That's right. Did you do an interview on that?
We did. Well, we talked about it. We didn't interview any players, but we did talk about it. You know.
I learned some interviewing tips from those guys.
They were actually very aggressive, but in a positive way.
In a very positive way.
Yeah. I felt like I had to answer their questions.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
But I was a little scared. But that's my problem.
Yeah. All right. So, of course, we got to thank our Director of Branding and Marketing, Ken Bourne.
Papa Bourne.
We got to shout out our prodigal producer, Liam.
The Phenom. Thank you, Tim.
Tim! Thanks, Tim. Thank you to Kitchener Public Library, the Southwest location today.
Yeah, a little Tex-Mex.
Do we look better?
Little salsa. Little tacos and salsa.
I just feel like Will Ferrell would really like our setup.
Definitely.
Yeah. Andrew, how do you find us on the social media?
At the Odd Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. And you can search us in the search bar on YouTube or Google us. We will come up immediately. We're in the algorithm. We're in the ether now.
Are there other ways to find us?
Well, you can actually go to our website. TheAudPod.com. TheAudPod.com with TheAudPod.com. Check us out, and you can also email us hello@TheAudPod.com. Not to be confused with any other AudPod. Can only be one.
There's about 43 of them.
And it was the best one, though.
We did market research.
The best worst one.
We the only active
the worst
one,
best one.
The only active one that I found.
Yes.
And Andrew, as always, you can find us at
the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium.
Well, yeah, at the Odd. That's the old one.